So if you click on this video, there's a very high chance you are trading blind. But for now, that's okay. That's okay. At some point, we all do it. I mean, I've been there myself 100%. But by the end of this video, I hope to give you the prescription that is going to cure your blindness and get you on the right track so you won't have to look back ever again. Might sound too good to be true. I'm sorry if it does, because I really hate how this space has evolved over the years, and that's kind of what it is. It's like these false promises, these too good to be true, clickbait, this, that, telling you, selling you a dream here, telling you that this is the solution to all your problems. This is not the solution to all your problems, as in, here, I'm going to give you a pair of glasses and you're going to be fine. No. But each video has intent, and the intent of this video is to get you from doing stupid shit and have you realize that, as I have realized that in my own experiences. All we can do is take it one video at a time and do our best to put out actually useful information to get you thinking, and that's what it's all about. All right, so let's define trading blind. What is trading blind? It's not like you actually are blind. Like, you can see the charts. Like, you're looking at the charts. You're looking at things. You're like, oh, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this trade. But there's a couple of points and pieces that go into trading blind. There's not all encompassing, but if you are doing these things, you're essentially trading blind in my eyes. Or I guess eyes maybe wasn't the best example to use. But now the worst case scenario, and I really hope this is not you, but it was me at one point as well. So if it is, yeah, we can correct it. It's okay. You have no strategy. Now, when I say that, people will think to themselves, okay, well, I got a strategy. Yeah. No. Do you actually have a strategy that you could look at charts and go, if XYZ happens, I do this. I target this. I stop out here. If this, then this. If you actually have a strategy, you should be able to answer those questions and say, yes, I have one, and I do this, and I know what I'm doing. I know. Now, secondarily to that, your strategy hopping. Not as bad as not having one in the first place, because again, how would you even trade, to be honest, if you didn't have a strategy? Okay, but if you don't have one, you have multiple, that could be just as bad. And for a period of time, that was me. And what I had was a long-term swing strategy. I had a day trade strategy. I had an investing strategy, and I was doing all of that in the same account. You can probably imagine that was a recipe for an absolute disaster, and it was. It was a disaster for multiple months. Eventually, I corrected that, but multiple months, and it was a slow, not disastrous bleed. It was a very slow, painful bleed. It was a slow, painful death. It was like someone was coming up to me and saying, you know, I could just slice off your arm, but I'm not. I'm going to take a finger a day. And that's how it was for months. And of course, you only got 10 fingers, but you get the point. That is the situation that strategy hopping at least put me in. Why? Because you do not have consistency in what you are following and tracking and doing. So you're like, oh, I'm going to dip buy today. Oh, I'm going to break out trade tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to VWAP this. I'm going to Bollinger Band. I don't even know. You're going to do whatever. Every day is different. Okay? We don't want that. We don't want that, because the reality is, trade one, get good at one, be profitable, then you have the ability, you have the confidence, and you now have the ability to say, hey, you know what? I can trade the breakout so freaking good. I'm dialed in. I'm going to try to dip buy, and I'm going to build a strategy around that, and I'm going to add that to my arsenal. And guess what? I can almost trade any day because I have a breakout strategy and a dip buy strategy. It takes time to get there. I'm not there. I don't do that shit. I just trade one way. That's me. Maybe that's how it'll be forever. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe that's how it'll be for a while. I don't know. That's what works for me. It's worked the past year. I've tracked it, and I'm good. Now, real quick, before we get into the next part of the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Iron Beam.
Welcome to Iron Beam, the future of futures trading. With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300+ indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime, anywhere. Delivering seamless trading across all platforms, the Iron Beam journey is supported by 24-hour trader support, low day trade margins, and no account minimums. Iron Beam brings the future into the present. Join now and augment your trading experience.
Another layer to the definition of trading blind is that you're not tracking your data, which I'm not sure what you're doing, but you probably should be tracking your data, because if you don't know if you're profitable or not, how does that make sense? If you're like, yeah, I trade breakouts, I'm pretty good at it, well, what's your average risk reward? What's your win rate? What's your profit factor? Are you profitable or not? Yeah, I think so. Like, my account's kind of doing what? Like, you should be tracking your data. I use TradeZella. I'll leave a link to TradeZella down below. One-stop shop for tracking, journaling, back testing, you name it when it comes to that stuff. But you can do it however you want. Track it yourself. Use a spreadsheet. Just track it. Make sure you're tracking your data so you know your numbers. Like, okay, I'm profitable. I'm not profitable. My win rate's this. I average, $150 on losing trades, and I average $300 on winning trades. Cool, great. I know my numbers. And then last piece here that at least I have jotted down is you're taking hunch trades. That's essentially trading blind, because what is a hunch trade actually doing? It's not acting upon data. It's not saying, oh, my data for my dip buy strategy tells me to take this trade. I'm going to take it, and it has a 48% win rate, and I average a 2-to-1 risk reward, meaning I make $2 every $1 I risk. That's profitable, right? You don't have that. I think we're going to go up tomorrow. I'm going to buy some calls. Oh, I think the S&P is going to reverse here. I'm going to go long futures. Oh, I think gold's going to break down here. I'm going to short gold. Feel like that type of shit is not useful, and that's essentially trading blind. Now, I exaggerate that because in the moment, you don't actually, and I've been there, you don't actually think you're doing such a bad thing, but it just, all that I'm trying to get across is intent. When you take that, before you hit the button on your phone or on your computer, look at it. What's the intention here? Are you following plans? If yes, cool. If no, what are you doing? You don't have to be doing this, because a flat day is better than a losing day. So when you boil it all down, to me, it's really simple. If you do not have data to back up your shit, that gives you the confidence, data-backed confidence, or confidence-backed data, data-backed confidence, then what the fuck are you doing? Okay, like, what are you doing? It's not that complicated. You're throwing money at something that you don't know what's gonna happen, right? Now, obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen on this next trade, but we can say, well, on trades like this, over the course of the past 50 trades, I average XYZ win rate, risk reward. And so I know if I keep doing what I've been doing, this is profitable. Hopefully there's like light bulbs going off, because it sounds simple, but the idea here is that you get the confidence by taking the blinders off, by putting the glasses on. You have confidence in what you're doing. Now, the confidence works both ways, because if you're profitable, great, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not profitable, you have the confidence to now know what to do. Like, it's not like you don't know what to do, and so you kind of sit in this like indecision, you're just kind of going with the flow, going through life without any intent, without not knowing what to do. No, like, okay, now my mind goes, okay, I am not profitable, but I know it. I now need to go and fix that. How do I fix that? I focus on one variable at a time, and I adjust that. So for example, if I have a strategy that's a dip buy strategy, I might go and say, I'm going to change from trading stocks to trading futures, and I'm going to go from Forex to futures, or whatever. I'm going to test that for a couple of weeks. I'm going to now go from a 2-to-1 average risk reward target to now a 1.5 to, meaning I'm going to look to target a 1.5 reward for every one that I risk. And I'm going to test how that goes. If I do that, maybe my win rate goes up, maybe it finds that happy medium of profitability, and I'm good, and now I can roll with that. So that's all it really, but you have the confidence. You have the confidence to now know where to go next, and that's the whole point of taking the blinders off. When you have that confidence, it unlocks this new level that you can now almost work with ease and understand exactly where you need to go next. If you need more help with that stuff, there's a bunch of recent videos kind of diving deeper into different aspects of that, even psychology, and plenty of stuff on the channel tutorial wise. A lot where that came from. Hope it was helpful. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.